Morning, guys. So it's Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024 here in Rusty, Rhode Island. So I put the patina paint. You might notice that the Rhode Island Ironworks, I repainted it in gold. Just brushed it over, and then I'm gonna just run over it with some 400 grit in a couple of areas where I got a couple of small runs. And then here you can see where I filled the holes in, and I just patinaed it back. So got a couple of small runs. I just hit that with the 400, and that'll be fine. So cold process roofing adhesive, you remember that, that's what I use. And this is my undercoat bucket. Been stirring it, and you can see it's at a consistency of about a paint right now. So I actually want to add a little bit back in, so I'm going to do that now. Let me just pause because I got to put my gloves on. Left this out in the sun, and it made it a lot more pliable. So what I do is I make it really thin, then I add back in until I get the right thickness. I've been doing it long enough. I know what that gun will spray at 120 psi or 100 psi. So if it's too thin, it'll run right off the frame. You don't want a bunch of runs. You want this stuff to hit the frame and stick and not, goop down. The gasoline, when you're spraying it, almost starts the drying process immediately. I use gas because it evaporates extremely fast as lacquer thinner. Lacquer thinner works really good with this, but lacquer thinner is $22 a gallon now, where gasoline is, I don't know, it was what, $3.20, $3.18. So it's your choice what you want to spend. You can save a lot of money making your own undercoat. I notice when you buy the cans, if you could ever cut that can open, you'd find out that it's probably, the big can this tall is only like 1/3 of the way filled up with undercoat, and the rest is the gas to push it out. So you would need 20 cans for what I'm mixing up in a gallon bucket. It's almost like something else. Let me put you on pause. So I'm going to go put a mask. I'm going to get a mask, put a mask on. I just wanted to show you what I was doing here. This stuff is coming out. It's really not making any overspray. It's coming out just like it would out of the can. I guess just, it's more like Jello pudding. You know what I mean? That consistency. And it's laying out nice. And once that's all blacked out again, I'll be good for a couple more years, I believe. This area gets beat up by the sand and fortunately though the frame's in good shape, so I don't have to do any repairs as far as replacing sections of frame or anything like that. You can really see that underneath, that portion of the frame is still good from when I did it in the garage a couple of years ago. Before I put the body on, I painted the whole thing with Rust-Oleum. but it didn't shoot undercoat. I just Rust-Oleum'd it, and I probably should have put the undercoat on it then, but I didn't do it. Now here we are 2 years later. You know, it's funny because it's like on Facebook, I don't know how many of you guys have Facebook, but it'll pop up memory from 3 years ago, and there'll be pictures of me first buying this body. It was all in boxes, and then there's just the body and stuff was sit on the frame, but none of it was bolted on. Somebody had completely disconnected everything, and they just set it on there for the pictures on Facebook when they were selling it, but all the body bolts were out, and obviously it's not the same chassis. Alright guys, you see where I put Connie's car? Way over there. God forbid I got overspray on her brand new white car. Out from Rusty, Rhode Island. You see what's going on here?